What a season it's been for LAN. Started well at Donington Park and then a DNF in the second race there. And now suddenly, having started the day in 14th position, they could win this race.
Yeah, that's amazing. For that, it's a very good championship indeed.
So, yes. We are looking at the battle further down.
Craig Dolby, what a shame he had to start in last position.
He's made it through, but not quite as far as he did in Nürburgring.
No, I think he had he was struggling with some problems with the car, and it's a shame because he did a fantastic start. There he goes.
So, what we're worried about though is Dortmund going to be overtaken. That's the question. And they have been overtaken. Well, we thought it was going to happen. And Dortmund are dropping down the board. Their last lap, a 1:32.1, and everybody else is quicker. So LAN lead the race. AC Milan smell blood, and they're on the warpath too. Here's what happened.
It's difficult to know what's actually happening with Dortmund, because it's in the last corner that there is obviously a big problem.
I think it's the top gear. I think it's either 5th gear or 6th gear that he can't use.
Yeah.
And he's stuck in 4th maybe.
Yeah,
and he therefore can't get the overall top power down the straight. They were having a sticking problem in qualifying. Several drivers complaining of gear shifting problems. And so it's just motor racing, it can happen.
Yeah, and now he's holding up AC Milan and ruining the chances of AC Milan for a win. But he has to fight. He has to fight to stay on the podium, even if he has a problem.
On board with the leader then. Coming to the end of another lap. 1:18 to go after this. So still time for more drama yet. Paul Mayer leading for LAN. Season started with Andreas Zuber driving the car.
You're right, he hasn't got 6th or 5th.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Through goes AC Milan. They go into second place. Dortmund dropping down the board. And with 56 seconds to go, Dortmund desperate to hang on to a podium. And Toccacello tucks in and tries to get some tow and tries to hold off the team that are next to follow. That is Galatasaray. In fact, poor old Toccacello, he's okay in the lower gears. You can see he's actually faster than AC Milan.
Yes, he's going to try to make
he's going to try and get faster, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Listen. No, you know what the problem here? I'm not so sure, but it looks like he has a lot of graining on the front left tire, and that he can't take the last corner, and that can happen.
He knows he's going to go off unless he slows down.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. That's what
Good
for
call.
me. That's what's happening. It's common in this on this track because this last corner is hard on the driver, but it's hard on the tires as well.
So the man from the Hiltersham in the Netherlands, and Dortmund again in trouble. Galatasaray go past. Corinthians are next.
It's another problem. It's an engine problem.
Isn't it?
Yeah. What a shame.
So poor old Dortmund. Well, they will finish with points if they keep going, but they're not going to get as many as they thought they would. AC Milan though are going to finish second to LAN.
Corinthians is overtaking.
And the Sheikh Khalifa Stadium will be enjoying this one, that's for sure.
That's over for Dortmund.
It's game over for Dortmund. Back to the changing rooms. And meanwhile, LAN continue on. Real superstars in the United Arab Emirates, and now big time here in Portugal. LAN on their way to victory, their first victory. Best finish 6 so far. And Paul Mayer of Hiltersham in the Netherlands is going to do the business. What a race this has been. Milan will take second place, and it's Milan that will gain the most out of the weekend. 2 great results. Remember, Dornbos coming from right from the back to take second place. He's done a Craig Dolby himself as Dornbos, and he would be delighted with that. This is the last lap. LAN on their way. The LAN SF Racing Team on their way to victory here in Estoril. The purple and white car, sponsored by Al Qudra. And Corinthians will make one more effort to try and get past Galatasaray.
For the podium.
3 more corners to go.
Can they make it?
AC Milan not that far behind. Into 15 and out of 15 he goes. 1 more corner to go for Paul Meyer, the man who took pole a while back, started the day with a rotten qualifying session and now sees the checkered flag to take victory. And he better be careful weaving over the track, otherwise AC Milan might take it away from him. Milan takes second place and Galatasaray hang on in there to beat Corinthians to the line. And it's delight, a first win for LA.
Good job from Paul Meyer, who was very discreet during all the beginning of the race, didn't stayed out of trouble. So very good job. Good job for Scuderia Play Team as well.
Well,
who finishes with 2 cars on the podium. AC Milan second again, because he was second in the first race. Very strong race from Robert Dornbos, and very good job for
to be honest, the winner of the weekend is Dornbos. Should have been Baez, but it wasn't. Dornbos to me anyway.
Yep.
2 second places, doesn't get much better. Well, LAN have 9 league titles back in the Far East, but now they've got their first title in motor racing, and they can start to celebrate. It was the moment he crossed the line. He wasn't really worried about AC Milan. He might when he looks at the pictures of that. He was weaving all over the circuit, but enjoying himself. And the Dutchman, who's pretty good with the football too, as we found out. He's king of the track, on track. He's also the fastest man in the keepy-uppy battle.
I should try start practicing my football. Maybe.
I think you should. It might help. So well done. Good weekend though, Estoril. 2 more rounds to go. 4 more races.
The fastest lap of the race, should we say, was for Dortmund, who was actually pulling away and leading by 10 seconds. Real shame for Tocacello, who really wanted to do well this weekend for his new team. Enjoying his in-lap as a race winner. Paul Meyer, who was on pole position in Zolder for his first time in the car, so pretty good job. He didn't have such a good performance, pure performance this weekend, but there you go, he wins race 2.
Well, there you go, confirmation. Alain on top for the first time, beating AC Milan, who took their second place of the day. Galatasaray in 3rd. Corinthians, great weekend for Antonio Pizzonia, another 4th place. Beijing, the leaders, finished 5th. Not a bad result, seeing where they started that race. Dortmund, sadly, finishing 6th, having should have really won this race. Sevilla in 7th, Eindhoven 8th, Anderlecht 9th, and Flamenco in 10th position. Tottenham Hotspur, having led the race, down in 11th, and a rotten day also in the end for Liverpool, 12th, having won the first race. Olympiacos, Basel, Rangers, and Roma. Well.